Still on the
Marcus is on
ground.
the ground.
He misses anyway.
Yeah. If only he had gotten one higher.
Mm-hmm.
He tries
That's
to
right.
sweep the leg, Johnny.
But he ends up spinning around in circles
No, he
from the
gets crane
grease.
kicked in the face.
So, sap to the guy I'm in flank with.
Okay.
Alright,
Are you in a
so
flank with him?
Yes. Tsunami's right there.
I know.
Don't you want me, baby?
10 damage.
Well, damn. Alright.
That's a lot of damage.
That's enough damage. That's as much damage as the both of them did to me. Paid back in full, my friend.
Ha ha ha!
He says, don't you think you're doing something wrong trying to apply karma to financial retribution? Something.
Dark side.
Thanks.
Something complete.
Dr. Gravestone.
This one did not put points into wisdom.
I'm going to throw that tower shield, making it cover my entire body.
Okay.
And I'm going to move. So as a standard action, I'm using it as cover.
To set it? I think you have to
Yeah, I'm
set
going
a
to set it.
direction.
Yeah, I'm going to set it to my south
Okay.
south side, and then I'm going to move towards Khajiit.
So you're setting it. You get total cover to beginning of your next turn. You're treating the south as a solid wall.
Yes.
I guess
Okay.
I'll do non-lethal there. Sure.
All right. Heavy Holdren is going to stand up, provoking from Tsunami.
Ghost at power. The kneecaps. I want them.
Let's knock him out. So he says, "Fine, whatever. I'm out." He just walks out of the arena.
What? I'm sad.
Dreb, Rafi grows pretty big. Rafi, you can now reach 10 feet, which means you can crane kick people in the face without them being able to counterattack you.
There's a solution for not having unarmed strike. How about that?
Yeah.
I take the Hojo stick out of my mouth and I'm like, acceptable.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. So what are you doing, Dreb?
I will 5 foot up, so I will become 5 feet off the ground here.
Okay.
And
Actually,
There's not an icon.
you can't 5 foot upwardly. You would have to
can't?
take a move action. Yeah, you can't 5 foot up because it's a double move. Going straight up.
oh, so I would have to go.
You could start flying. I mean, you could start hovering in your square, but
Well, no, I'm saying if I go, so the diagonal would be 5 feet if I go up.
It'd be additional movement.
yeah, it'd be additional. Because if you're
Okay.
going diagonal, you're still.
Well, in that
going
case,
up.
I'll just 5 foot. 5 foot to where I'm at,
Okay.
and I will grease
Popular tonight,
this intersection right here. Well, I switched out my other wand.
right?
Since True Strike is pretty useless, I'll just get a grease wand and I'll grease those squares. Yes, and I will be done.
+2 reflex. Chances are he's about to facepalm.
Yep, and it's of course DC 11.
All right, Tsunami.
Okay, I'm about to snap this guy over here. Snap. Aiming for his left kneecap.
Oh boy, what is it with you guys and friggin' kneecaps?
I'm a small
That's just
dragon. What
dumb.
else I'm gonna hit him?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, he has to take more damage than that.
Me, see me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is that we're doing that? Is that what we're
Please
doing?
do not. Ref. Oh, that's right. You don't actually have unarmed strike. So he stands up and he doesn't provoke. 5 foot steps toward Dreb and then punches Dreb in the face with his sap.
Of course.
Be mad. 17.
I believe that is a yes. Let me double check.
And as he gets close to you, he whispers in your ear
Oh,
and
yeah.
says, I like fried chicken.
Is he human?
He is half
He's-
orc.
He's
He's
half.
half human.
He's half human.
He's-
There you go.
He takes 5 points of damage.
But then
All
again,
right.
so is Rafi.
The other one is going to roundhouse kick Darzabdal in the face.
Nice.
Gotta crank the face. Okay.
I imagine this battle is a very much like Super Smash Brothers with items on right
Yes. Yeah, it is.
now. That's kind of what I'm getting from this thing right now.
Roughly
Yeah,
the
that's how I played
Pathfinder
that
magic battles.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just wait until the sheets of fire are raining across the battlefield
Cool.
when that dragon starts letting loose. All right, Rafi.
So Rafi takes the Hojo stick out of his mouth, and all of a sudden he's huge, and he's like, "Whoa!"
And get this guy
This
away
one
from
provides
me.
flank.
Yeah, you could punch this guy without him being able to hit you back.
So there's a guy right next to me.
Right, but if you perform any strikes on him, he's gonna get an attack back on you unless you 5 foot step sideways. Because he can hit you back unless you're away from him.
So Rafi climbs up onto the side of the ring,
King Kongs.
and he's standing on the rope. And he says, "For Horse Lord!" And he jumps both feet, flying towards unfortunate man number one.
Doing the Lena inverse. Got it.
Yeah. And he hopefully connects. What am I rolling for this? Just D20 plus
D20
one.
plus your strength plus your attack bonus.
All
Your
right.
strength went up because you got large. Well,
Yeah, it did.
Roll 1d20 plus 1 plus what? 1 for the enlarge, and then plus
Your base attack.
Minus one.
plus
Minus one
2.
because you're large.
it should be plus 4.
14.
Okay, that's actually gonna hit. Oh no, it's not. Nope, sorry, he has a 16. He's actually better armored than his boss.
Better armored than
What?
the main guy with the chain shirt.
Yeah, so they are wearing chain shirts. Oh, they also have amulets of natural armor. That's what.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, like you connect with him, but you just hit him like in the chest, and he brushes it off. Darzabdal.
Does Gravestone threaten?
You see that he wields a cestus and that he holds your cure stick with it.
Oh,
Do you still threaten
Awesome,
while
so-
tower shielding with the total cover? Yeah, it's
You
a solid
you
wall
threaten.
for attacks targeting you. Okay, I guess you threaten. It's just they don't threaten you. Okay. Yeah,
All right.
That's weird.
all right. How many acrobatics checks do I have to roll to get here, into what I assume is Grease?
Yeah, you're gonna have to acrobatics through this, and then acrobatics through the grease.
Nice.
Okay. All right. This one will be for moving through, and this one will be for the grease.
You need to make a DC 10 acrobatics to move through the grease.
I rolled 29.
Okay, you.
Or
get
actually,
that.
for the grease. Oh, for the grease, I make that on a 1.
Okay.
I make that on a -1, actually. But, okay.
You move at half speed while doing
So, moving to there. I think. What?
You move at half speed when you're going through the grease.
Okay, yeah, I'm moving at half speed anyway for acrobatics.
Well, then you're super slow
It's-
speed.
10 feet. Okay, so 10 and then 20 more.
Yes.
So that That's it.
Yeah.
Sap attack. Oh no. Okay. Melee attack hits.
Yes.
Damage 9.
Okay. All right, Dr. Gravestone.
I'm gonna stay there in full defense.
Okay. Only that southern square is a wall, so he can actually hit you by attacking up there. I don't know if you're going to take the total defense action or something.
Yes, that's what I meant. I'm
Okay.
taking the total offense. And I just yell at him, "You can't attack me. I'm pure wall."
And so he's just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to punch the cat in the face.
Hey, question. Do your tombstone look like a... I mean, do your tower shield look like a tombstone?
Hells yeah.
There you go.
Do that. Okay.
It's wooden, but, you know.
It's in the shape of one.
It's all decorated and painted. Yeah.
It even has his date of birth and like a question mark where his date of death should be.
Rest in peace. Or pieces.
Grab, you're up.
Wow.
This party.
Activating a wand provoke.
Yes, it does.
It does.
No, wait,
and
no,
concentration.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do another
Right?
grease, right?
I'm right here, guys. Like you can just shoot
There.
wands with no problem.
I think so.
Yeah.
I seem to remember you can. So we'll put a grease right here.
Wait, is
See
that
if
a
I can
wand
get
of
that.
grease?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Things are gonna go from
Save
bad to
DCs
worse.
on those wands.
Delicious.
Good thing
Save
I
DCs on
fly.
those wands are. It doesn't matter when you roll
Perfectly
hits.
usable against 5th level NPCs.
It's a level against low. I mean, they got a, 2 or 3 or 4 reflex saves. So yeah.
Okay, he slips down in front of you again.
In that
He's
case,
like
I
trying
can
to
now
put a
move.
hand on you to like pull himself back up. He's like, "Damn it, chicken, come here!" Cluck, 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 cluck.
So he doesn't. Does he still threaten? I guess
He
he
does.
does. He's going to take a
Yeah.
huge minus.
Yep. You can take off, like you can hover in your square as a 5-foot step, or even as a free action. I think. If you just wanted to start flying, you wouldn't be 5 feet up, but you wouldn't be touching the ground either.
Right. I wanted to get 5 feet up so I could go 5 more feet the next time, but I will risk the provoke and just
Okay.
move away. So I'm
Alright.
going to move to there.
And he rolls a 20. Nope. Yeah, nowhere near high enough to hit you.
Okay.
All right, Tsunami.
Slither my way this way, and it's like, kneecaps. That doesn't hit the ground.
That's actually not going to hit.
Wow.
So
His
you try to
kneecaps
hit him in
move.
the kneecap with like your sap, and it just rolls over the grease on his knee, and he's like, "Ha! Ha 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 ha!"
Ah ha ha ha.
Right.
Mr. Tombstone, did you buy Wanda Bless?
I did not.
If only Bull Rush is more useful. It'd be funny to push Darzabdil back into the grease, but already proven you can get out of it pretty easy. But I guess he's just gonna try to punch you in the face.
Nope.
No, the other one's gonna stand up.
Provoking.
Yeah, and let me see. if I can
Kneecaps!
do something here. Failure means move. Yeah, so he just stands up. Get him for another 4. The first time that one's taken any damage. And he tries to punch Tsunami.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. He hits. He crits.
No.
So your face
and
just gets in the way.
confirms.
He hits you in the eye. Right in your dragony eye.
My eyeball.
Not my only weakness.
Lack of blood, my only weakness. You take 11 non-lethal damage.
Damn. So is non-lethal damage like the same as like your health in this situation?
Kind of. So you basically have 2 health pools. You have your regular health, and then you have non-lethal.
Mm.
After you're brought to 0 hit points through non-lethal, you fall over unconscious but not dying. And then you start taking lethal damage.
So then I can ride Tsunami like a sleigh through the grease ocean that we're creating.
I guess you could.
Sweet.
Somehow I don't think once he wakes up he's gonna appreciate that.
He won't remember. It's fine.
Yeah, but someone else might tell him. Rafi, you're up.
Rafi stands up and he starts to notice horses all around him running in circles around the arena. They're all saying things like, "Put me in, coach. I want to play."
No, I don't think that happens at all.
So Rafi nods to himself. He's like, yes, it is time to touch the horse's hand. He raises his hand up in the air, and then he punches
No,
the
Rafi, do
ground.
that.
And communal mount.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It begins.
You summon 6 light horses with riding saddles.
Wow, and they're large.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I
No.
love you, Rick V.
Oh, you had these prepared. Look.
As soon as that appears on my screen, I'm going to give you control of it and give you 6 of them, and you can put them wherever you want.
Sweet.
There we go. Wow. Computer's super lagging right now.
Yeah, it's all those
Because we
horses.
can't handle this awesome.
Can't handle the horses.
Yeah.
I feel like I should probably just keep that as like a master horse token so I can come back to it anytime I need it.
Yep.
It's a full round to cast.
Is it?
So at the beginning of his next turn.
Yeah, it's a
they'll
1
appear.
round.
Yeah.
They'll come.
As with most
They'll be here soon, Rafi.
as with most summoning spells.
Soon.
You
soon.
hear the rumbling.
You hear a stampede off in the distance for some reason. You're like, what is that sound? And
You're
Rafi
like-
just smiles.
What? Man. What is it? What is that instrument called? Like that Navajo instrument where they're like, "Woo, woo, woo."
Wow.
I feel like you're
wow,
watching
wow.
like a Western movie where you see like one shaman standing at the edge of a plateau with like red sand. And you hear the thunder of a half dozen horses coming. Dar Zabdal, your people's ancient enemy, the horse, will be arriving shortly.
This one does not know about
Lots
horses being enemies,
of horse.
But this one is well familiar with Rafi's shenanigans. So let us finish this quickly. I'm going to tumble at full speed, taking a -5 penalty.
Okay?
Okay, so this acrobatics check is to move away at full speed. Just subtract 5 on your own.
Right, you also have to make one to move through the grease.
I make that on a -1.
Okay? Alright.
Grease just got a whole
So-
lot better.
So that's a 17 total.
Yep.
Alright, so I just slide. I skate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Elegantly.
Actually, he has an 18.
Oh, well,
Oh, snap.
make your attack.
I really want to do a trip just because. Does he have improvement on arm strike? He does. So it actually. Oh no, it would still provoke. Right? You need improved trip.
Because trips.
Damn. I almost want to say it's going to be worth it.
You know what? Let's do it. Roll off.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So your AOO goes off first. As he tries.
My
to
AOO, let's see.
What are you using? You're using a sap?
Of course.
Okay, that'll hit. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he takes a -2 on his trip attempt. He fails and trips himself.
Spectacular.
So he's about to trip you and does like a roundhouse kick, and you like bonk him on the head, and he loses his balance. And he falls over, and he's like, well done. All right, Darzak,
And-
you slid into place.
Yeah. Another attack. I missed.
All right.
It happens from time to
Dr.
time.
Gravestone. What is destroying my ability? Oh, I have
I'm gonna
like
cast-
50 copies of Chrome open. What the hell?
Push the button too
That
many
is
times.
not a good sign.
You cannot get up and do another hold person on that fallen dude. And then
You're gonna blow your whole spell list on this fight. Okay.
well, I couldn't
no,
think
it's
of
fine.
any.
No, it's fine. Okay, so he is going to try to resist. And he can't get up.
You see, Tsunami looks his way. Kneecaps.
Yeah, at the end of the battle, you're gonna like have kneecaps around your neck on a necklace, and it's gonna be good.
Become a mob boss.
Alright, anything else, Dr. Gravestone?
I'll just move over here.
Apparently the mount spell was what was lagging me out. Okay. Dreb.
I am really running out of options here.
Maybe you could punch somebody during this melee fight involving punching.
Hell no.
No, that'd be silly.
Yeah, I
Why
guess that
would-
is a
why
little
would
too
you
hard
do
to
that?
imagine.
Why would you do that?
Why would I do that?
I
I
love the
get hit.
shenanigans of this grease.
Oh, my God.
I'm not gonna move up there and let somebody hit me. I really don't have a lot of good options here. Let's do this. Personal or touch. Okay. So I will move to here, and I'll cast invisibility on Tsunami. That would have been a whole lot better on Darzabdal, but I can't reach him.
Alright, Tsunami, you're now invisible.
You're invisible.
What will you do, Tsunami the Invisible?
You see me slither my way all the way over here, and I visibly hit this guy in the kneecap.
Do you turn
recognize-
visible again when you hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize
When you make
spells.
any attack
Okay.
or offensive spell.
I was about to say, if I can't see you, man, horses coming down.
That's why I came invisible as I hit this guy.
To be you all of a sudden.
Do I get it? Do I hit him in the kneecap?
You do.
Yes.
Just so you
Kneecap
know,
only has
Dave,
an AC as
you
well.
can squeeze the horses into 2 squares.
Yes.
What do you mean, like have two in the same square, sort of thing?
No, you can put a horse in 2 squares and make them squeeze. So you could
You're
literally
talking
just
about instead of
congest
having them
this.
be like 4, have them
Oh.
be like this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that because hella horses coming down.
So the one over here ends up resisting the
Horse.
willpower stuff. And this
Horse.
guy is gonna just be like, okay, we're done,
Squeezing.
and walks out of the arena. And then a shit ton of forces.
We are the
And they start
champions.
falling down all over the place.
Horses.
Rafid just
Victory horses.
he puts the Mojo stick back in his mouth and he takes another drag and he's like, Rafid is happy.
What we lack in effectiveness in battle, we make up in memorable experiences.
Just sheer
No
humor
one will
factor.
forget what happened today.
No.
Never forget.
Victory horses.
So the woman that's sitting at the table with Captain Verosa Lanteri kind of looks down and is like, "Damn it, Holdren, I thought I paid you well." And he just kind of shrugs. And Captain Verosa's like, "Yentiso, why don't..." Or, I'm sorry. We got to do Captain Verosa Lanteri well.
You're muted.
You muted.
I think that's by design.
Oh.
He's having a conversation with himself that we can't hear.
Captain
Wait.
Verosa Lanteri, is apparently now Scottish instead of Irish. I was trying to prepare earlier, and somehow I still managed to fuck it up.
Jupiter's member.
Captain
Jupiter's
Verosa
Johnson.
Lanteri arrives and invites you to the table up here. She kicks her first mate out and of the seat and says, "Why don't y'all come up here and speak with me about that officer position I offered you?"
Is there a good jumping lane? Just for me to parkour over the railing?
I take another drag and offer everyone a horse if they want it.
I asked Dr. Gravestone to heal. 2 charges, please.
No problem.
I will mount a horse and I will walk up the stairs on the horse.
So fancy.
This one will attempt to parkour up to where the captain is seated and have a seat right next to her.
This one flies up like a dragon. Imagine that.
I could imagine dragons.
Oh.
What? That's like
Like,
an awesome band name, bro.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna be making deals.
Here already.
It's like I'm making I'm gonna make a deal with the demons.
Ah, there we go.
Don't move the horses. Just
No, I'm on a horse.
the bartender ejects all of the horses because it's a bar, not a stable.
All right, they'll all just wait out the front for me, like good horses.
You have 6 identical-looking horses waiting outside for you.
But they're just gonna congest around the entrance, sort of thing. They're like, all right, we'll just hang out here
It's
and
difficult for the bartender. I see. Okay.
yeah.
Why not? And yes, friends, if I was going to play a wrestling RPG, I would play Worldwide Wrestling, the RPG game. I'm powered by the Apocalypse because I like rolling 2D.
So do I.
And for those asking if the stream is having problems, no, I don't know.
Blame Ruffy.
Yeah. I will blame Rafiki. What time is it? Oh, we got.
As that break come, I give me a piece of apple pie.
Are you the one that put apple pie in the descriptor on my form? It is you, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's not, because I don't even know you had a form.
Oh, you didn't know about my form? Well, let me tell you about this form. This beautiful form right here that's currently in the chat. That will let me know.
Oh, you mean that? Oh, that form.
That
yeah,
form.
that was me.
Yes, you put apple pie in there. You're a freaking maniac. I don't know how that. See, the rest of you don't get the joke because you haven't been in Emerald Spire, but they're always like apple pie.
You know why, right?
Before they kill somebody, they like get up into his ear and they're just like apple pie.
You know why, right? 'Cause you know, on the 3rd level, we was fighting these hicks, and you did a country accent, and we stabbed one. He was like, "America, freedom, apple pie," and that just became our hashtag smiley face. Hashtag apple pie.
All right, so you have convinced Captain Lanteri that you are the right folks for her crew. She buys you drinks and invites you to join her at her table. She seems friendly with you and says, "I'm sure you have some questions about the job that I'm about to ask you to join me for. You'll all be given officer shares of the loot and officer positions upon my ship. Do you have any questions before we get started? Because, to be honest, after we get on the boat, for some reason, I don't want to talk to you anymore, ever again."
I take a drag of the Hojo stick and I'm like, how big is the hold on the ship?
He says, "Actually, pretty big. Not this big."
Big enough for hold horses.
He says, "Why, it's probably big enough to hold about 6-7 horses."
Perfect. I have about 6 or 7 horses.
He says it's 80 by 20. She says, "Wow, I'm surprised considering I just saw you summon 6 horses."
That is the joke.
He says, "Where I come from, we don't have jokes. We just have gigantic butterflies that try to rip your arms off.
I like that joke.
Wow.
Will we be visiting the Isle of Dismembering Butterflies on our journey?
Indeed not. You're not cool enough for me to take home yet.
Ah.
Damn.
You don't
out
have
with it.
nearly enough firearms. That's her pistol. Seriously though, do you have any questions about the treasure of Gemma Redclaw before we get started? Because again, I won't talk about this a second time once we're on the ship, because traitors.
Rafi has won.
Yes? I'm scared of what the question might be.
If a man could hold said treasure, how many men would it take to carry?
She says, "Ah, you want to know about the treasure of Gemma Redclaw?
I
Well,
guess.
let me tell you some things about it then, in a very roundabout way to answer your question. The other answer to it is, it fits in your hand.
Oh.
One man then? Must be very, 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 very many horses in value.
Gemma Redclaw was a scourge of the sea from years past. She was a relentless fighter. She replaced her arm with a claw made of red metal after she ripped her friggin' arm off. Her ship, the Fearsome Tide, seemed to sail around indefinitely and was never seen in any ports. They say she amassed quite a trove of gold, art, and even magic. Once she disappeared, most assumed her treasure was lost, but now, I know how to find it. So yes, technically, it will take many, many horses to carry this loot, but the real question is, how do we get to it? And that means getting a key. I know where the pieces of the key are.
And where is the treasure itself?
Well, you have to understand, I'm not going to tell you that so that you don't try to kill me like my last first mate.
Of course, because traitors.
Of course.
Yeah, you're referring to the first mate that you literally kicked out of this chair.
No, I'm talking about the other first mate. You see, you don't make captain of a ship without making a few enemies. My husband told me about some friends he had that also knew about Captain Reefclaw's treasure before he met me. Now that he's passed, his so-called friends or whatever scum they've told about it may well come and try to take what's rightfully mine. Not to mention that even though the Magpie Princess is already half mine, some of the crew argued that I shouldn't take it on my husband's death. They argued strenuously. We've dealt with most of them, but there's a featherbrain around here that means me harm. No offense to you, Strix. He's a Tengu, you know, the unintelligent bird. Racism. It's okay.
Because there are so many.
Do you have any other questions?
Khajiit notes that your accent has slipped into Russian.
Yeah, whatever. Apparently, I ordered a Ushanka for Reign of Winter, so... Yeah.
Yes!
How many men upon the ship do we have to deal with?
Interesting. You're asking how many people are aboard her crew?
Yep.
He has 48 crew members.
Rafi is not one for sailing. I leave it up to others.
He says, well, it's kind of weird that a person who's not up for sailing would decide to become an officer.
People normally bring me along for other reasons. I have a knack of...
That was just really weird. I mean, I'm sure that was supposed to sound dramatic.
So where are we going with that?
I get the idea that everyone's just looking at you like, what does that mean?
Oh, elaboration. Allow me.
No. Khajiit does not need you to elaborate. Khajiit fully understands your meaning, and this one is sure the captain does as well.
I have a
Don't
knack
you,
of
Captain?
talking to
Don't-
people.
Don't you, Captain?
Nod and
No.
smile.
People
Don't
tend
you,
to listen
Captain? And I
to what you
motion to
say.
nod and smile. Like I motion to the captain, just nod and smile, nod and smile.
This one think you should nod and smile.
Yes.
Dr. Gravestone's going to sense motive on the captain to see if there's any information that she's withholding that may be extremely useful.
Interesting. Go ahead.
Not very good.
Okay, so you're looking her over, and she just smiles very prettily at you, and is like, "My husband just died."
That's about
She
right.
just kind of like blurts it out.
Yeah, sure.
So
He has one other question, or more of a negotiation.
Well, I mean, look at it this way: we've got this dwarf that's like looking her up, and she's just like, "Yep, my husband died. Ain't no ring on this finger."
Okay.
Look towards Rexeve.
This whole entire affair sounds mighty dangerous, wouldn't you say?
She says, "Yes, it's so dangerous that I'll offer you 1/16 of Captain Gemma Redclaw's treasure."
Make it 1/18th, and we will go.
Helping.
One other way. Other way. Other way. Other way.
Make a diplomacy check.
Can
Make
she,
a
Other way.
diplomacy check to not fuck up.
Wait,
she will take
Bud.
teeth.
Bud, hold your stick.
Next time you want to help, don't.
All right,
you go.
diplomacy. Let's go.
Yeah, seriously, let's go.
15. Not good enough, probably.
She says, "I 1/16 is good enough for you, I think. I'll keep you at 1/16 instead of 1/18 like you asked."
That seems like a good deal. I lean back and I look at the ceiling and I'm like, yes, good deal.
Rafi, master negotiator.
It's been a long day, all right, man?
This one is curious. How many others know of this treasure? You mentioned your husband and whoever he told, but have they told
Make a
others?
diplomacy check.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of thing. I don't actually have any ranks in diplomacy. Shame. Oh, hey.
Your diplomacy check is better than mine.
She says, "There are some people that need it, but you don't really need that information, do you? Just leave all the thinking to me. If your negotiating skills are any indication, it's best to let the master planners do the planning."
Exactly. Leave it to the masters, I say as I pat him on the shoulder. We have it in hand.
This one has not forgotten the first time you summoned horses in its presence.
Good time.
Sorry, y'all. I can't stop yawning.
So she hands you all contracts that sign you on as boarders and repellers of officer rank. At 1/16 a share of the booty, plus quarters, grub, and grog.
Ooh.
Okay, I like it. Rafi puts his thumbprint down.
Okay. I mean, do you ink your thumb, or you just put your thumb on it and maybe like some grease from some chicken you ate earlier?
Oh, it's horse grease, but thank you for asking.
Oh god. Oh boy.
This one
You
dips
act like
one.
I
Because she
I
dips
asked-
one claw.
I asked the captain, "I am a clerk of Pharasma. May I bring a holy symbol and a, what do you call it? Not the relic, but a
Ryan.
shrine. I'm on board."
She says, "Aye, of course. In fact, we'll be needing someone with clerical powers where we're going, so it's fortunate.
Well, I
You don't mind desecrating dead bodies, do you?
It's what I lived for.
Okay, then. We'll be perfectly fine with you having on board. In fact, we could use someone of your skills. I heard say that you were a doctor.
I am.
What did you get your degree in?"
Bad attitude.
Doctor.
I'm a mortician and a doctor when things are very dire.
This is, of course,
dead
the best time. Oh boy. Everyone's good with signing these contracts?
Can I
Sure.
read the
Because
paper?
Dips
Rafie
one
is far
claw.
too stoned right now to like.
He's hallucinating from his mojo stick.
Yep.
He
One
signs the
claw
table
in.
first, and then he signs the contract after someone guides his hand. It's like, dude, you're signing the table.
Rafie knows. Rafie was making sure you knew.
I kind
This,
of just shake
this
my
As
one
long as-
signs with a claw covered in
As
ink.
lo- yeah.
I sign with my claw cover ink.
Does anyone want any horse grease to sign with?
No.
I think I'm good. Thanks.
Arthur, approximately how much would a shrine cost?
Probably like 10 gold.
Okay, I'll mark it off.
Yeah, just like some incense and stuff. I mean, if you're going for a full-size shrine building, a couple hundred gold, but I'm assuming you just mean like a statue or in some like incense burners or something.
Yeah, a statue and some incense burner, maybe like a little candle holder for like a kneeler to pray on.
All right then. Okay, you guys gain 1250 XP for signing the contract.
You said you were handling all that stuff, right?
Yes.
All right, cool, perfect.
All right, Arthur. For my drawback, is there a specific GP minimum?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, after everyone's done with it, I'm going to attempt to requisition the ink pot.
Okay. You make a sleight of hand versus everyone sitting here.
My perception is -4 right now, so
Holy smokes.
Still roll it.
I might get a 20. And I'll be like, excuse me?
So you try to steal her ink pot, and she puts her pistol to your head and says, "You're aware that underneath the rules of ship conduct, thieving is a good way to get your hand blown off."
I automatically take a measuring rope and measure his dimensions.
This
So you
one,
hear a click as she cocks the hammer back on this pistol. Explain yourself, catfolk.
this one meant no harm by it. It's just a little bit of a weakness for baubles, is all.
Perhaps you'd best be leaving your weakness in port. You'll find yourself not very popular on my ship when you be stealing men's things. It turns out many folk are attached to their baubles.
Yes, Captain.
A good answer.
I passed the Hojo stick to oh god, what's your character's name, Dan?
Corsica.
Zad.
Zad, yeah.
Yeah. I pass it to him and I go, "Ugh, seems like you need to calm down, Zad." I hand him the Hojo stick.
Want to get wet?
So let me explain to you what you see. For 1 hour, you see wandering lights, music, playful, surreal animals, and so on. You can tell these aren't real, but they are distracting. You take a -2 to your perception check for the duration.
Which now explains how you have a -4.
I wonder if those animals carry any shiny
you just see
baubles.
horses. That's all you see. You see
Yeah.
like these little cartoon horses. They look like the My Little Ponies just wandering around.
Pretty much, yeah. Or just different colors sort of warping together. Yeah.
Exactly.
That is
Man,
also
that
a
movie is
rare
awesome.
brain disorder.
Training Day.
Seriously, it is. I have to look it up what it is
My
called.
Little
There's-
Pony disorder?
No, where You have,
That
like,
got too real, man.
you have high functioning people that there's a brain disorder to where they hallucinate from time to time. They'll see like leprechauns running around and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it up.
All right.
I'm reading a book about
Or as I learned from RoboCop last night, I can just say the word scientifically and then get up and walk away, and everyone will know what I meant.
Hmm.
You
Science.
see, scientifically, and everyone at the table is like, "Oh, of course." That movie was terrible. Okay. At dawn of the next day, you find yourself in front of the Magpie Princess's 2 boats that are here. The Magpie Princess is not currently at dock. The captain and her crew are not willing to discuss its whereabouts beyond saying it is not far away. Instead, the captain focuses on the supplies needed to repair her ship after the mutiny. 2 boats from the Magpie Princess with markings of a crow's head with a delicate crown on it are tied up on the short pier, and a considerable number of the ship's crew are on hand. In addition to the captain and 12 crew members, you're introduced to the other officers, Heartbreak Hinson, a rather famous bard, who acts as the captain's steward, and Ionia Antonia, who is the Chelish quartermaster of the ship. You are handed over to Ionia Antonia, whose name apparently rhymes, who grumpily informs you that you are to assist in getting supplies needed to repair the ship as quickly as possible. It should take at least a few days to make arrangements, but that's no excuse to slack off. You're going to have to acquire the mission-critical carved masthead for the Magpie Princess, as apparently it cannot sail without the carved masthead. I can tell you guys are being given a very important job. She gives you a pouch containing 250 gold pieces. You're expected to complete your task without needing any other money, and then you are let loose into the streets of Lillywhite to get it done. And this is a good place to take our break. So, let me put on the BRB screen.
Ooh, I haven't seen this yet.
Oh
I'm
yeah, it's
interested.
super fancy. Let me see here. Let's see. FF6724 is the number. Oops, messed that up. Sorry guys, it's actually going to take a minute for me to get the break screen properly proper-fied.
Oh, damn, that is sexy.
We'll be
I like
back
it.
at 2 minutes after. Yeah, Daniel does friggin' amazing work. And do the capture. Okay, there we go. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Please follow, like, and subscribe. If you would like to catch up on all of our old stuff, you can grab the YouTube on my Twitch page. Go watch Henley as well. Die Party is hilarious. I'm still working my way through Hollowed Earth. I was actually watching Hollowed Earth today while I was playing.